Owning an American Pit Bull Terrier, it comes with a huge responsibility. And maybe the most important one of all is socialization. So today, we're going to break down the exact steps to raise a calm, confident dog that can become a true ambassador for this incredible breed.
Let's start with the end goal right out of the gate, because this single sentence, man, it really captures what's at stake. The goal isn't just a well-behaved pet. It's to raise a dog that can genuinely change people's minds and protect the breed's reputation. That's our mission here.
Okay, so our goal here, it isn't just about having a friendly dog. We're aiming to raise a canine ambassador, a dog that is so stable, so confident, that it becomes a proud, positive representative for the entire breed.
So to get there, we really have to understand the foundation. Why is this process so critical for an APBT? Well, it all comes down to building a fundamentally stable and predictable dog right from the ground up.
All right, first big benefit, building rock-solid confidence. Every single controlled, positive experience teaches your dog that, hey, the world is pretty predictable and safe. This is what prevents that knee-jerk fear or anxiety that can cause so many problems down the road.
Okay, next up, people manners. How does the dog learn to be polite around everyone? It's all about exposure. They need to see all kinds of people, from loud, running children to someone using a wheelchair, so they learn to stay cool and composed no matter the situation.
All right, now let's talk about a concept that might actually surprise you. Dog neutrality. See, for an APBT, the goal is not for them to love and play with every single dog they see. The real goal is for them to be calm and focused on you, the handler, even when other dogs are around. What we're teaching them really is polite indifference. So let's just be crystal clear on the difference here. What we're aiming for is calm, neutrality, and a laser focus on the handler. We are not aiming for chaotic, uncontrolled interactions just for the sake of making friends. Getting this right is absolutely critical for this breed.
Okay, so we've covered the why, now let's get into the how. Let's look at some practical, real-world steps you can literally start using today.
Here's a fantastic, super practical exercise. Take your dog to a hardware store. Think about it. The new smells, the sounds of carts rolling, the loudspeaker announcements, it's a perfect environment to teach them to stay focused on you. Every time you reward their calm behavior, you're reinforcing that you are the center of their world, not the chaos around them.
All right, let's put that whole dog neutrality thing into practice. The key here is distance. You start by walking parallel to another dog, but far enough away that your dog can actually succeed. And you reward them for ignoring the other dog. Then, over time, you slowly close that gap. You're teaching them that ignoring other dogs is the absolute most rewarding thing they can do.
Okay, this is so important, and honestly, it gets overlooked all the time. You have to teach your dog how to just settle, how to do nothing. A trip to the park doesn't always have to be about high-energy play. By rewarding your dog for calm breathing and a relaxed body on a bench, you are literally teaching them a valuable off switch. And hey, what about all those weird sensory experiences out in the world? Getting your dog comfortable with stuff like metal grates under their paws, or that wobbly vet scale. This builds what we call environmental confidence. It teaches them this super crucial lesson. Hey, new things are just normal. They're not something to be afraid of.
Okay, so we know what to do, but it is just as important, maybe even more important, to know what not to do. Because there's one huge myth about socialization that can pretty much undo all of your hard work. So let's tackle it head on.
So you're probably thinking, awesome, I'll just take my puppy down to the dog park and let him figure it out. That's the solution, right? Absolutely wrong. For this breed, and for the specific goals that we're trying to achieve, the dog park is often the absolute worst place you can possibly go. And here's the deal. Dog parks, they're just chaotic. They're totally unpredictable, they often reward frantic, wild energy, and, most importantly, they teach your dog that other dogs are way more exciting than you are. Our goal is structured learning and manners. Dog parks are the complete opposite of that.
And it's also so important to get this. This is not just a puppy task. You don't just check a box at 16 weeks or even at 1 year and say, okay, we're done. Maintaining a well-socialized APBT requires consistent, structured exposure for the dog's entire life. It never really stops. But listen, all of this, every single bit of it, hinges on the single most important factor in the whole equation, and that's you. Your role as the handler is absolutely critical, because at the end of the day, your dog is a direct reflection of your leadership.
See, your dog is always reading you. If you're tightening that leash every time you see another dog, you're just screaming anxiety down the line to them. But if you approach a new situation with confidence, your dog will feed off that energy. Your calm, confident leadership, it's just non-negotiable.
And don't forget, socialization goes way beyond just the daily walk. It's about handling and grooming. Can your dog calmly accept a nail trim or let you check their ears? It's about travel. Are they comfortable and relaxed in a car or a crate? And it's about mental stimulation. All of it works together to build a stable, well-rounded dog.
And this is the payoff. This is what you get for all that hard work. This is what a well-socialized APBT looks like. They're calm, they're neutral, they're confident, comfortable, and focused. This is that dog we've been working towards from the very start. This right here is the canine ambassador.
Which, brings us right back around, full circle, to where we started. All of these steps, all of this effort, it leads to this one outcome, a dog that doesn't just make you proud, but one that actively helps the public see this breed for what it truly can be.
So, I guess the final question to leave you with is a personal one. What steps are you taking today? Is your dog on the path to becoming that confident ambassador we've been talking about? Because the power to shape that future, it's literally in your hands.